court.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's still morning. Can you please state your full name for the record?
Amy Lusk.
And Ms. Lusk, where are you currently employed?
I'm currently employed with Lefta Systems.
And have you ever been employed with the Lee County Sheriff's Office?
I have.
And when were you employed with the Lee County Sheriff's Office?
From November 17th, 2008 to June 29th of 2019.
So you moved on to greener pastures.
One could say.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Did you, when you were with the Lee County Sheriff's Office, did you become involved in an investigation involving the death of Dr. Teresa Severs?
I did.
And to be specific, did you have an opportunity to collect some evidence from Jimmy Ray Rodgers?
I did. I was present for the collection of the evidence.
And then you took custody of it.
Yes,
Do you see Jimmy Rodgers in court?
I do.
Can you please point to him and identify him by an article of clothing he's wearing?
He is at the corner of the table there in, I believe, a navy blue jacket.
May the record reflect that the witness has identified the defendant.
Let the record so reflect.
Did you have an opportunity to take into custody hair samples from Jimmy Rodgers?
I did.
And were you present when these hair samples were collected from him?
I was.
And did you then supervise the packaging of the hair samples?
I supervised the packaging of the hair samples by the Collier County Sheriff's Office. They were then packaged by CST Vanois.
And did you bring those hair samples with you today?
I did.
And were you also present with when there was a buccal swab taken of Mr. Rodgers?
I believe there was a buccal swab taken at that time. I would have.
Yeah, I saw you reach for the glove, so I thought
Oh,
you were
sorry.
gonna check
I-
the exhibit. I'm sorry.
I apologize.
Objection?
Yes.
I don't know what the objection
Overruled
is.
for looking at the exhibit, but as far as, is
Okay,
there
I
a
didn't
question?
realize, I didn't know what she was looking at.
Oh.
Question?
Yes, the next, and I'll go ahead and I'll come get those from you. Thank you. All right, so you brought the buccal swab and the hair samples with you today.
Yes.
All right. For the record, Judge, the witness has brought 58A, 58B, 58C, and 58D. You've seen those? You've seen those?
Yes.
Let's start first with 58A. 58A is labeled as a head hair sample, Jimmy Rodgers. Were you present when this sample was taken?
Yes.
Okay, and is the sample contained within the packaging marked 58A?
Yes.
This time I move to admit what's been previously marked as State's Exhibit 58A.
No objection.
Showed admitted.
Were you present when the beard beard hair sample was taken from Mr. Rodgers?
Yes.
And that's at 58B.
Yes.
And is the beard hair sample present within 58B?
I believe so.
Would you like to review 58B?
If I would need to read it to say that it's in 58B.
Okay. Then I'll come give it back to you.
I apologize. I just didn't memorize which package had what in it. Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, this time we would admit what's been previously identified as 58B and the evidence that states 58B.
No objection.
Showed admitted.
B, bravo. 58C, were you present when Mr. Rodgers' pubic hairs were recovered from Mr. Rodgers?
I was.
Now, can you explain how you go about recovering pubic hairs from a person?
The crime scene technician from Collier County actually did the recovery of the hair with the exception of the pubic hairs. She provided the tweezers to Mr. Rodgers so that he could pluck them himself for his own comfort.
Okay. And you were present when Mr. Rodgers pulled the pubic hairs himself?
I was.
Okay, and you saw the pubic hairs then get packaged?
Yes.
I'm going to show you 58C and ask if you recognize 58C.
Pubic hair?
And is the pubic hair contained within 58C?
Yes.
Your Honor, at this time we would move to admit what's been previously marked as State's Exhibit 58C and evidence as 58C.
No objection.
Show it admitted.
And finally, the buccal swab. Were you present when Mr. Rodgers was, when he was given a buccal swab?
Yes.
And again, can you tell the jury what a buccal swab is?
A buccal swab is a standard collected from the mouth of an individual. It is usually collected or is collected with two separate swabs. They rub the inside of the cheek looking for epithelial cells, skin cells from inside the mouth, and then it's packaged in cardboard so that it can dry properly and packaged in paper.
I'm going to show you 58D. You recognize 58D?
DNA swab of Jimmy Ray Rodgers,
All
yes.
right. And it is the DNA swab present within the packaging?
Yes.
At this time, the State would admit 58D. David?
No objection.
Show it admitted.
And you mentioned earlier that a Collier crime scene person assisted with recovering the evidence items from Mr. Rodgers.
Yes.
The evidence items were recovered by Collier County Sheriff's Office because at the time he was within.
Objection.
Just wait. Just wait. Just wait a minute.
Sorry.
At the time, isn't it correct that he was in Collier County when it was recovered?
Yes.
Yes.
Objection
Okay.
withdrawn.
Thank you. State tenders the witness.
Defense.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Was Mr. Rodgers cooperative with you during the collection?
Yes, he was.
Okay. No more questions, Judge.
Is this witness to be retained or released?
She's released.
Defense. Release?
We can release her.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Free
you.
to go.